We didn't aim to build a show car. We just wanted it nice and neat. I wanted it straight, I wanted the paint shiny, and just went to the next level by accident. My name's Ben from Arncliffe, New South Wales, and this is my 1964 EH Holden Pro EH. My first car was actually this EH Holden. Yeah, it was basically Mum's car to begin with, and growing up as a kid, we used to go to school in it and get ferried around, and then once I was sort of 15, we decided to fix it up and put it on the road for my first car. So probably driving the car as a daily for a fair bit took its toll, and the paint deteriorated a bit, some rust came through it. A mate of mine drove it once, blew the diff, so it got parked for a couple of years. Then I got the bug to fix it properly, so we stripped it to a shell, fixed all the rust, had the body blasted, then just went from there. I wanted to mini tub it, so I had a fabricator guy come out and he did all the work with us at home in Dad's shed. Through the build, like the goal was just to take it to Summernats, not necessarily to be judged or anything, but just to have fun with it. We go to Summernats every year anyway, so it's always cool to take your car down and have some fun with it. Probably once it was painted and we got it back, it just looked miles better than I'd ever assumed it would. And from there, we started piecing it up, put all the chrome work and the grille in it and bits and pieces, and it just started to pop the colour out. And from there, my brother Simon said, "Oh, I've got to do a killer trim on this." So once we trimmed it and stood back and the car all came together, we went, okay, it's probably turned out a lot better than what we planned, and yeah, so went from there. So the engine in it's a red 202 Holden. It originally had a 179, which externally they look the same. So I went for the 202 basically for more cubes, just to help it go a bit better. It already had like the Phil Irving alloy head, so we put that on it with a circuit type roller cam, solid roller, and the triple Webers to top it off. So it's basically a sports sedan type engine. With the engine bay, we just wanted to tidy it up and keep it as plain as possible. And we shaved down the bonnet hinges, we hid the overflow for the radiator, we hid the fuel system so that even the fuel line, it pops up through the back so you don't really see it. Wheels and tyres, they make or break the car. They're always changing. Billets started coming out, so front wheels there, 19x7s. And the rears, we've got a 20x12, we've got 345s. With them, I just tried to choose a wheel that still had that 60s era feel to it, but being that modern size. Underneath the car, we've got a Trimatic built by ProTrans in Caringbah. That's hooked up with the tail shaft down to a VL turbo diff. It's been shortened a fair bit. Also underneath, we put an exhaust tunnel through the car, purely because the car sits pretty low and we wanted the exhaust tucked up nice and tight. Put a Commodore shortened rack in it in the front to fix up the steering. Put Harriet brakes front and rear to help it stop. Really helps it drive a lot nicer than an old original EH. The interior was done by my brother Simon at Elite Custom Interiors. I had an idea for the seats in my head and I just described to him what I was thinking. He went away, did some drawings, came up with an idea which was pretty much exactly what I had in mind. The dash, we've retained the original look of the dash, but we do, again, minimalist. Got rid of the speaker grille, got rid of the glove box, just smoothed it all out, got rid of the stripes and badges on there. Just tidied it up and deleted as much as we could and kept it quite simple. Probably the biggest jobs we tackled with the interior, and it's something people don't even notice, is the roof lining. We actually got another wrecked wagon, chopped the roof off it, flipped it upside down, made a mould to create a full smooth one-piece headlining. So it's basically a fiberglass mould. We then trimmed it, fitted it to the car, so it fits perfect. It looks like factory. The paint, we ended up taking the car to exclusive customs at Heathcote. We decided on going with the Mini electric blue with a white, metallic white roof. Basically, because when that Mini came out in about 2003, it was retro as, so we thought that could work for us. And when it came back all painted up, it looked $1 million. Like, it just took it to the next level. Yeah, so Sydney Motorex 2017 was the first show we'd done with the car, so no one had really seen it. So once we got the car there, we got a really good response. Like, people seemed to like it. We got Cherry's Pick Award by Shaun Westridge from overhauling fame. After Motorex, we went to Summernats 31. We made top 60, which I was stoked with. That's the only goal I really ever had for the car. Ended up coming away with top 20, top Wagon, and I think second top interior. And yeah, so we did really well there. All the cars in the Street Machine magazine that had featured in it over the 12 months had a chance to be in the running for Street Machine of the Year. And then to get like the call up and get surprised with that trophy back in October was unbelievable. We've got a couple of cars in the background that we're working on, building a HK GTS at the moment that should be not like this style, but different to everything else again. So that'll be pretty cool when that's done. And we've got my brother's Capri in the middle of fixing all the rear tubs and getting that back on the road. I don't know why I do it. It's pretty hard, but probably at the end, building the car and putting it together is like a fun part for me, but also getting out and driving it and enjoying it. Like, that's the ultimate. Like, I don't care what other people think. Like, I just enjoy driving the car, and that's the fun part.